Welcome to this cosmic embodiment practice. This practice was designed for those times where you might have a lot of mental buzz and stimulation, like an electrical surge going through. And we're practicing moving that through the body, through what I call the circuit method. And this practice was designed for Mercury's transit in Aquarius, where there might be these electrical surges of brilliant ideas or even future thinking and really big visions that might feel really overwhelming or really expansive, and where we might not be able to land it quite in the body just yet or channel those ideas into actualization. You can use this practice anytime if you just feel mentally stimulated or buzzed and you need to ground, or you find that you might feel a little overwhelmed with thoughts or anxious. So as we get started, know that if you have props and you want to use them at any time, you can, but you do not need to have props in order to do this practice. I invite you to just feel into the body throughout it. And whatever comes up, let it be welcome. Let's get started. So the first part of the circuit method is we feel the charge. So whether you want to be standing or sitting, letting the body move this charge. And I like to be standing, so that way we can kind of bounce on the heels and just move the electricity. And the calves are actually one of the best areas to move that electrical charge because they're associated with the sign of Aquarius, and they move blood back up through the heart. So maybe just bouncing a couple times, whether you feel like dancing it out, letting the head move. If you need to move the arms, it could be more hops or steps, but just letting the body move that frequency. Move the charge a few times. And as you do, start to come into your breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. From here, maybe it starts to kind of settle down. Slow it down, slow the bounce. And then start to inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. You can bend the knees as much as you need to let the head drop down, looking towards your knees or behind you. And you can close the eyes if that feels better. And let the head just get heavy. The arms can dangle or grab opposite elbows or wrap around. Just letting your chest reach towards your thighs. Feeling your feet on the ground. If you need to sway a few times, you can sway left and right. And start to push your way into your toes and back to your heels and back to center. Letting the head drop, maybe shaking the head gently. And then from here, we'll walk our hands forward and step back so we come down onto the knees. From here, coming into a tabletop position and letting ourselves feel the fingertips press into the earth, the tops of the toes press down, drop the belly and open the chest. And this is part 2, so we ground and stabilize. And exhale, press the hands into the earth, press the tops of the feet as you round the spine. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the heart space, open the throat. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the tailbone, push through your hands. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, open heart, drop belly. Exhale, round the spine. Do 3 more of those, moving with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling to round. Feeling the ground beneath your feet, beneath your shins, underneath your palms. Last one, wherever you're at. And exhale. Come back to center. Take the left hand and we'll thread it underneath the right, the palm facing up towards the sky, letting the left temple or cheek come down towards the ground. Keeping the tailbone up high. Then you can reach your right arm forward, or you can leave it by your side, or even wrap it around to the left hip. This is called thread the needle. Just letting the heart sink in towards the inner part of your arm. I'm going to bring my hand back down for support. This is very helpful for support, but letting the chest soften. Feeling the feet press into the earth to ground through the shins and the tops of the feet. Gently start to press up into the right hand to unthread. You can reach the left arm up towards the sky and exhale, bring it back down. And then to the other side. Left hand stays down, right arm reaches up and thread the right hand underneath of your left, bringing your temple down to the ground. I have a lot of hair today. I didn't want to put it up, so left hand stays as your stabilizer, or it can reach forward or wrap around towards the right hip. You can notice if you sway the hips to the left sometimes, try and keep them even, using your right shin as that anchor point. Relaxing through the fingers. Taking a couple breaths here, in and out through the nose. Steadying your breath. Release the left hand back down to the ground, and then gently press into the left hand. Reach the right arm out to the side and bring it down. Exhale, sit the hips back towards the heels. The knees can be closer together or opening to the sides, so you can let the chest rest between the thighs. Letting your fingertips reach forward. The forehead can touch down to the ground, or maybe use a prop, or it could even be hanging in space. But try and relax the back of the neck. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale gently through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Option to do a gentle hum, keeping the lips together on your exhale. Feeling the vibration go down through the body. Slowly start to roll up back into a tabletop. From here, curl the toes under and exhale. Lift the hips up towards the sky, lifting the knees off the ground, and walk your feet towards the back of your hands. From here, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time, all the way to standing. Take your time to get there as we come to what is called mountain pose. Our next step, the output, the channel. This part is where we start to move the energy through the channel. And one of the best ways to utilize that, all the ideas, and put it into structure is through sun salutation. So you can do this as many times as you like, but follow along. We'll take it slow first. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Place the hands down to the ground. Step back with your right foot. Drop the knee down. Inhale, rise up. You can use your hand as support. You can lift the arms up overhead into a cactus shape. You can even float them by the side, but keeping the heart open and using that left foot to support here. Bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Lift the back knee and step back with your left foot. Shift your weight forward into plank, and then exhale, drop the knees down. Uncurl the toes. Exhale, lower chest and chin to the earth, keeping your elbows in towards your rib cage. Inhale, pull the chest forward, slide the toes back, pressing into the tops of the feet so that the knees lift gently off the earth. Relax the back of the neck, looking slightly out and down. Exhale, lower the chest, curl toes under this time. Lift the hips and scoop the pelvis so as you press up, you can exhale, look towards your knees, and lift the hips up towards the sky for downward facing dog. Stretch your arms, wrap your triceps inward, and then inhale, lift the right heel slightly, look forward as you pull your knee towards your chest and step forward with your right foot. Walk the right foot out as much as you need to here. Or slide the left foot back so the left knee can come down to the earth. Inhale, hands can be on the knee, lifting by the side, or rise up overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lift the back knee, step forward into forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Extended mountain, exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down, look towards your feet. Inhale, step back with your left foot this time. Knee comes down. Inhale, rise up. Hands either by your side or overhead. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Lift the back knee, step back with your right foot, shifting weight forward. Exhale, knees come down, supported plank. On your next exhale, lower chest and chin to the earth. Inhale, pull the chest forward into cobra. Tops of the feet onto the earth, elbows squeezing in and shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower chest down. Curl the toes under. Pull the belly and pelvis off the earth as you press up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone and lift the hips to downward facing dog. Stretch through the arms, let the heels soften. Inhale, lift the left heel slightly off the ground. Pull the knee in towards your chest as you look forward. Step with the left foot. Again, you can rise up on both hands and step again. Right knee comes down. Inhale, rise. Arms can come up overhead. Exhale. Bring the hands forward to frame the front foot. Lift the back knee, step forward, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting as you rise. Extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. Now that part, the output, the channel, is how we channel that electricity through the body. And you can use that as many times as you want. You can do that round over and over again. Or we can start to inhale, reach the arms up, exhale, forward fold, and start to make our way back down. Step back into a tabletop shape. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, cat-cow. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round to cat. Inhale, open for cow. Exhale, round to cat. Sit the hips back into child's pose, grounding the energy. So after we take that energy, we move it. We can come back and reground. Slowly start to come forward, shifting your weight forward. And then from here, we'll come onto a seat. So you can cross the ankles, walk your hips back over the feet and onto your seat. Move your weight forward so you can slide and roll down. bringing your knees in towards the chest. Your sacrum is this part of the pelvis underneath the low back, but above the tailbone. So it's almost at this wide part of your pelvis. And so as you bring your knees in towards your chest, you might feel this part pushing down towards the ground. And so we'll gently just take both knees and circle them so we can trace that space around the center of our sacrum, around that open space of our pelvic bowl on the back side. And if your breath is still feeling if your breath is still feeling heavy or labored, start to slow it down. You can take a breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. It's like you're blowing out through a straw. Switch directions of those circles if you haven't already, but going slow, slowing it down, letting it be a fluid motion, the knees around, letting your hands guide the knees. If you need to cool down the breath again, inhaling through the nose, like you're blowing out of a straw, exhale. And then start to come back to center. And from here, we'll gently start to bring the legs up towards the sky. So if you have a wall, that's a really nice thing to have. You can also just wrap your arms around like so. If you have a strap, you can use that as well. And just let the feet relax. Sometimes you kind of pull the toes, which you can absolutely do. You can roll the ankles a few times. And just moving the flow of blood downward from the feet to the hips, from the calves and the shins, changing the rhythm and flow. Feeling grounded through our spine, through the back of the head, softening the shoulder blades, letting them spread across the earth, letting the spine relax as you breathe in through the nose. Gently breathe out through the nose. 2 more breaths here. Relaxing the knees. And slowly start to bring the feet down to the ground and opening the knees out to the side into reclined butterfly. So allowing the knees to open. You can slide the toes farther away or closer towards the groin, depending on what position feels best for your hips, your low back. And you can place the hands on the pelvis. You can place one hand onto the belly and one hand onto the heart, or even let the arms go out to the side. Especially if you have all these big ideas, you can even think about your arms, taking them in and holding them, containing them in this space. And this is part we've been in since we've been on the ground, we've been in our more fluid, restoring part of the circuit, flowing with ease. So especially if we have a lot of ideas, a lot of mental stimulation, we can move that energy through the body, but helping it be a little more soft, fluid, relaxed. So take 3 breaths here, letting your breath be the guide of fluidity. A gentle breath in through the nose Filling up the belly, up to the heart, up to the head. Exhaling smoothly and softly. Inhaling gently and with ease. Fluidly exhale. One more wherever you're at. Gently start to bring the hands down by the sides so you can pull the knees in together. And feel free to take any other movement that your body is calling for, a rock side to side, but try and bring it slowly through the motion. And you can roll over onto one side of the body, bringing an arm underneath the head, top hand to help press up as you come back into a seat. From here, take 3 grounding breaths, inhaling through both nostrils, all the way down to the tailbone. Exhale gently. Inhale down all the way to the tailbone, spine is long, breath coming all the way up to clear the mind. Exhale. Inhale, taking that breath in and down. Exhale, clearing it out. As you start to open your eyes, if they've been closed, take a moment to just notice where you're at. What sensations are present in the body. And if the mind still feels really really stimulated or really in motion, use the circuit to help ground the charge and channel the charge.